With Caesar gone, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes completely changes what Caesar stood for in the original reboot trilogy. No! Welcome to Furthy's Feedback, folks. So, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is completely upending what Caesar stood for better in some cases, and for worse in others. Caesar isn't back in Kingdom, but it's not a complete start-from-scratch reboot. It takes place in the same timeline as Caesar's story. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes takes place about 300 years after the events of War for the Planet of the Apes. The ape civilization are still following Caesar's teachings, but a dictator named Proximus is twisting Caesar's wisdom to suit his own megalomaniacal vision. Helmed by Wes Ball, the director of the Maze Runner trilogy, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is set to be released in theaters on May 10th. For the time being, Kingdom is being treated as a standalone film, not the first part of a two-parter or a precursor to a series. But the plan is to launch a new branch of the Planet of the Apes timeline. The plot revolves around Proximus's attempts to enslave what is left of humankind, while the more sympathetic apes fight to stop him. The new lead character of the Planet of the Apes franchise seen in the trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a young chimpanzee named Noah, played by Owen Teague. Noah was born centuries after Caesar's time, so he has a totally different worldview. This can be seen in the recontextualization of Caesar's teachings. His teachings from the previous Planet of the Apes trilogy can be summed up in just 3 words: apes together strong. But in the trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Noah changes this quote slightly and completely alters its meaning. Noah says it as just, no, together strong, when talking about humans and apes coexisting in the trailer. This sounds like Noah doesn't just disagree with Proximus's plan to enslave humanity, he doesn't even agree with Caesar's assertions that apes and humans have to exist separately. The reason for the ape uprising in the first place was because unscrupulous humans were experimenting on apes. But at this point, that was hundreds of years ago. As far as Noah is concerned, apes don't need to keep treating humanity as the enemy.
What a wonderful day!
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes' new spin on Caesar's Together Strong quote seems to hint at what the main conflict will be in the Planet of the Apes' franchise's future. In the previous trilogy, the conflict was apes versus humans. The apes were the good guys, and the humans were the bad guys. Caesar led his soldiers into battle against villainous humans like Gary Oldman's ruthless ex-cop Dreyfus in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Woody Harrelson's cold-blooded paramilitary leader, the Colonel, in War for the Planet of the Apes. But based on Noah's reinterpreted version of Caesar's Together Strong quote, it seems that it won't be about apes versus humans in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and its sequels. The humans aren't the villains anymore. The evil apes who ignore what Caesar stood for are the villains. These new movies will be about good apes and good humans working together to take down the bad apes. This will help to differentiate the new reboot series from the last one and keep the storytelling fresh in a franchise that can easily get stale.
Beyond stale.
In the early days of the ape uprising, Caesar had to take a mostly anti-human stance. A lot of humans that prompted the uprising with their cruelty and experimentation were still alive, and the other humans were reluctant to surrender their homeworld to invading forces. Caesar had to fight the humans to combat the oppression and gain the upper hand in the conflict. But throughout the entire war, Caesar still held a soft spot for humanity and wanted apes and humans to live in harmony. He never forgot about the man who raised him, Will Rodman. Since humanity's treatment of apes got more and more vicious and barbaric as Caesar's trilogy went on, he never achieved his dream of living in harmony with the surviving humans. But in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes 300 years later, Noah could finally realize Caesar's vision of a peaceful utopia. Noah could be the noble hero to finally do what Caesar couldn't.
Oh snap!